Oh, okay, look at that. 1 o'clock and 9 seconds. And test 1, 2. We got audio, we got visual. Let's check the visual. Let's see. This is where we're at, CCTV. And this is who you're with on Unsurpassable Justice. Yes, I am your host, Brother R.A., the brother who has something to say each and every day. And here's my YouTube page. That's from last week. Yep, you can go to YouTube and you can see the music I listen to. And yeah, my shows are in there. You click RA, or you can search RA and you come to my channel. And yes, these are the past few weeks' programs here on CCTV, Unsurpassable Justice. And so, I showed you we're here, and this is the aerial shot of inside. You're up there, I'm down here, and I'm getting ready to do brotherra.com here. Let's go to the wide shot. Boom. And last week, I took that hit. No hit this week. No water in the pipe. And I'm not addicted. No, I can stop. Yeah. So I was fragmented. That hit disjointed me, and watching myself, I was all over the place. And if you tuned in, thank you. But I'm sober, and I still feel like I'm all over the place. And I sat out in the sun yesterday. Do I look blacker? Melanin dominant. What's Nana used to say? Blacker the berry, sweeter the juice. She was a dark-skinned black woman. Yellow pus people have no use. Am I yellow pus? So, name of this show, Unsurpassable Justice. Today's date is 6/13. 6, the bottom of the stem, the complete circle. Just looking at how would you convey a message 7 to 10 generations down the line to your children's 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 children. And so in writing, in your drawing in stone, how do you convey depth? How do you convey a cube? You draw a square, but how do you show there are sides and there's depth to that cube? So, as a thinking black man delving into my internal self, raising up my self-esteem and self-confidence, that's why I'm wearing, can y'all see this shirt? Tell me who I am. Do I need, the lights are so damn bright. Can y'all see that at all? Any which way? There you go. That's a little bit better. Tell me who I am. But I'm discovering, how are the letters drawn? Why is there an I, an I? Why is a 1 a 1? Am I dealing with all aspects of who I am, the top and the bottom? Am I in this aspect of the cube? Or am I in this aspect of the cube? Am I in this aspect back here of the cube? Or am I up here in the cube? Or how much am I dealing with in my muscle called a brain? So, yeah, last week I dealt with unsurpassable, dealt with the calendar, racial injustice. Leave it alone. Let's move on to unsurpassable justice. And I'm feeding off of time and space. That's all we have in life, right? Time. How do you spend your time? Where is your mind? And with the space that you occupy, what do you do with your space? Do you have a space? So, also last week made reference to harmony is strength. And why is someone, oh, my phone ain't even answering. Okay, Danny, you're on air live with Brother R.A. right now. You called during the show. You're right next to the microphone. It's 105 in the brotherra.com. What does Cousin Danny have to say to Brother R.A.?
Oh, damn. Am I on the TV right now?
You're on the air right the fuck now, Cousin Danny. Do you want to call back?
Oh, brother. Okay, I'm going to let you know, man.
You'll call me back?
I want to let you know that all the bull that number 45 puts out is crap.
Who's number 45?
Keep away from the real issues while they're making money and using the presidency to make money. It's not what you're supposed to be doing. It's not what you're doing. You're supposed to take care of the people. But that's okay. That's okay.
Oh, Brother R.A.'s got a plan that you called out. You called that right on time. You right on the topic. You're feeling the Brother R.A. chi and energy. So, yeah, I'm working on my aspect of dealing with the community. You have any other thoughts you wish to share with Brother R.A.?
Dealing with the community? Let's see. I'm down here in Georgia, and so my community is probably a little different than what's going up in Massachusetts.
Yes, absolutely. There are more melanin dominant people in Atlanta or down in Georgia than there are here in Massachusetts, where this is the land of melanin recessive people.
But I still have to give my little reservations on when a city can annex and make itself a city without allowing the residents of that city to have any say, which has happened here in which happened here in Stockbridge.
Okay.
The city of Stockbridge. There were factions that said, okay, well, I want to leave this city of Stockbridge, and I'm taking all the money, all the hospital, the big malls, all that, and I'm going to take all that and make our own city. We're going to call ourselves Eagles Landing. And then you guys don't get to vote about it, so I don't care. Next thing you know, the governor said, okay, here. Yeah, you can be your own city. Now, Eagles Landing took all the revenue from Stockbridge and went on their own. Now they have no debt.
No debt?
No debt. They have their own city. There's no debt from a new city. Stockbridge still owns the debt from the areas that Eagles Landing, the roads that Stockbridge built for Eagles Landing, they still owe that debt. Eagles Landing don't own that debt. It's a crazy situation. And the citizens of Stockbridge did not get to vote on that.
Okay.
That's how the U.S. is now. You do what you want. If you got enough money, you can do what you want. If you get
enough dead Ben Franklins or enough dead slaveholders, you can do what you want.
I don't know about the dead slaveholders. I'm just making money.
Okay, so you're just about making money. Okay, I hear that. Well, let me go ahead and continue with my topics, and I will discussed certain things with my cousin Danny.
Next time, don't use my name. Dang it.
Too late, too late, too late.
I love you, man.
I love you too. I didn't use your slave name. I didn't use that slave last name. I'll just call you Danny A or DA. All right, cuz I'll holler at you.
Yeah.
All right, man. Peace. Don't be calling me. I might put you on air. See what happens? Watching, see that screen up there? Is there a delay? It doesn't, it looks like y'all hear the words a few seconds after my mouth moves or something. It looks funny, but that's all right. Let's continue on. And he was discussing a town separating itself, or a group of people separating themselves. And look at that, 111. Okay, it was 111. It's 16, 111, 18, 19 now. But at 111, we're talking about, are you tapping into your spiritual divinity and infinity of who you are? You are the one. Individuals, are you individed? I mean, I'm talking about conveying a message 7 to 10 generations down the line, and how are these words used? Individual is spelled individed. Are you individed? Or are you pulling yourself together, pulling all quadrants of the square together? Can y'all see that? Okay, so this is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And many folks are stuck on the crucifix, and somebody just extended that piece down. But in essence, it's still the female is the horizontal line, the male is the vertical line. So you have father in the upper square, you have mother, the foundation, the lower square, and opposite where the mother and father copulate or come together and unite. Look at the parallel. That's the diameter. So with that diameter, it creates the square of all of who you are as the individual, the one. Now, are you going to continue to be upside down, or are you going to raise yourself up to the point? And depending on, that's a deliberate mistake in how the child is born. You know, sometimes the mother and father are not totally pure. They have habits, in certain mindsets and certain things, and so the child comes out a little different. So, but the crucifix is still just an extension. It's still mother and father coming together and the child there. This is the song for this drawing is The Love Train. That's what was playing when I put this together. Now, I'm going to continue from last week. Danny interrupted, but I was fragmented. I'm no longer fragmented. I'm putting my stuff together, healing myself, going into a higher state of who I am. And so, I can do bad all by myself. I made reference to Hidden Figures with Sister Taraj Henson, and she was in Tyler Perry's and so being one who deals in such cerebral black dot African origins of biological psychiatry, pulling so many aspects of who I am as a melanin dominant black man with a liquid pineal gland, delving into the depths of the cube, looking at myself. I am that child. I am the child of my mother and father. And I've chosen a lonely path of seeking methodological meditations. Would I say feeding time and space with my methodological meditations, relieving myself of excess, nourishing my mind, tapping into my sensitivity and my strength, reaching my spiritual goals of self-cultivation. This is not about money. It's personal. You and me. Harmony is strength. Not being fragmented, pulling all of the aspects of who I am together in a relaxed, harmonious state of mind. And that harmony is strength. Cho-wa ti. I can do bad all by myself. But I don't choose to be bad. Like Danny called and talked about the community. I mean, the timing couldn't have been so more perfect for what I'm dealing with. Talking about community. Commune. Every Sunday, first Sunday of the month is Communion Sunday. So where the congregation members come together and sip the blood of the Christ. How about sipping on cultivating self-spirituality? How about sipping on consciousness, I am the one? Okay. No longer fragmented. I can do bad all by myself. My boy told me about I Dream a Genie. I got I Dream a Genie. I didn't get to watch all of it. Kings of Summer. Are parents too overbearing for their children? What is life like for a teenager now? Edge of 17. Love stories. Father and daughter. The last song. Downsizing. This was very cute. We're going to get to the Dow 20. I told you, Brother Ari's always got too much damn to say. And I'm not even high. No. Down. So, in Downsizing with Matt Damon, Cambridge, white guy, he's dealing with an Asian woman. They had sex, and then she comes up to him and says, "What kind of fuck you give me? Americans have 8 kinds of fuck. They have a love fuck, a hate fuck, a sex-only fuck, a breakup fuck, a makeup fuck, a drunk fuck, a buddy fuck, a pity fuck." So, what kind of copulation did your parents have to create you? Just a thought. Some people live for the fortune, some people live for the fame, some people live for the power, some people just to be playing the game. So, we're going to go into continue with last week's reading of the Tao meditation. I did cover all my particular points. What's your value, Brother R.A.? Do I hurt? Am I too rude? Am I too harsh? And there you go. Richard King, African Origins of Biological Psychiatry. Look at the imagery of the eye. Are you seeing yourself? And here we go. Oh, shoot. I messed up last week with moon. So, in dealing with moon, let me begin there again. As my old Tao is falling apart, this is the one I will carry around with me, but I did get my new version of the Tao. And dealing with downsizing, get small, live large. Are we capable of living large? Are you the one to be able to delve deep enough into yourself and see the balance or the imbalance in the yin and yang within yourself? I made reference to Hidden Figures, to Raj Henson, I Can Do Bad All By Myself. She's on Empire. That black women, this is for you. Moon, page 276. Silver disc, let me call you goddess. You, with your mirrored face. Tonight of all nights, your shape is perfect. Your presence sublime. You know it too. You appear before the sun has even set. Glorious without your cloak of night, gazing down in supreme splendor to make this dusty world pastoral. Tonight is the harvest moon. The queen of the night is at her most perfect roundness, closer to us than any other time of the year. She glows silver in an indigo sky. People celebrate this night for many reasons. For some, it is the time to enjoy the view of the moon. And they toast it with sweets, wine, and tea. For others, it is a time for relaxation and thanksgiving for the harvest. The moon festival is a woman's festival. Their time to worship. The harvest moon symbolizes the ascendancy of cool darkness over the bright heat of summer. This reminds us of equality in the cosmos, light and dark, male and female, heat and frost, hard and soft. All these things are part of an overall equilibrium. If you are a woman, then tonight is your night for worship and celebration. If you are a man, then it is a night to step aside and give your wives, mothers, and sisters their privacy. But for all, we can be thankful for the riches of autumn and begin our preparations for the coming frost. I typically usually read both sides, so I'll go ahead and read the opposite side of 276, which is 277. Then we'll go into 78, which is fear. And these are parts of 365 Tao that I have read in the past few weeks. And I just allow my chi, my internal energy, to choose which one I read as opposed to reading it in order. As last week I read presence and nonconformity and umbilicus and imbalance. So yes, you have to watch last week to know what I read about those. But this week I'm reading Moon, which is for the woman, and now I'm reading 277, Whole, Whole. I hate the way this chicken comes, all bagged in plastic, without head or feet, neck, heart, liver, and gizzard, stuck into its cavity. No wonder people feel disconnected. Oops, I'm sorry. No wonder people feel unconnected. Traditional people like to see the whole animal when they shop for their meals. In cultures where personal contacts are more meaningful and closeness to the earth is a way of life, it is no surprise that people are interested in a complete relationship to their food. They buy it or raise it, they harvest it, they clean it, and they cook it, all before they eat it in gratitude. They don't become sentimental over their food. Practicality is to understand that we kill to survive. But they do not give thanks for what has died to sustain them. Today, we have a very incomplete relationship to our food. We don't see where something grows. We eat foods out of season. We buy prepared foods made by someone we don't even know. There is a great power in knowing your food, knowing where it came from, preparing it with your own hands. This food, whether vegetable or animal, died for us. The least we can do is partake of it thoroughly and with respect. Nowadays, it is quite common for people to feel isolated. They lament not having friends. not having genuine experiences, not having a sense of who they are. Even the food that we eat and the way that we eat is lacking in wholeness, then how will we feel completion in the rest of our lives? What's my shirt say? Can y'all see that? Tell me who I am. I'm having a relationship with the 11. I am the one, and I'm dealing with the opposite side of me. I'm being equal with myself. Understanding the means of survival as a human being on the planet Earth. I am Father Nature, working in time and space, thinking outside the box of quote-unquote normal. What did I say last week? I read nonconformity, imbalance, presence, umbilicus, tapping in to my navel, 2 inches below my navel. Can y'all see? 2 inches below my navel. Place my hands here over my dantian, just above my pelvis, at where my pelvis and spine, and there's a space, there's a cube, there's that. I allow the heavens energy in. I have the earth energy rise. I tap into my oneness. I tap into the cube, all aspects of who I am. Being the one, being equal, understanding the outside and the inside. Yes, Reverend Richard W. Arthur Jr. Blah, 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 blah. Now, Brother R.A., the brother who's got something to say each and every day. Ones I haven't watched. Olympus Has Fallen. I need to renew this one. And dealing with Ice Soldiers. I haven't watched these two. Dream a Genie, Bewitched. Am I tapping into all of the divinities? Understanding the miseducation, the self-hate that I was reared with, having one black male icon, Greg Morris, in Mission Impossible. Am I living Mission Impossible? Tell me who I am. What is life about? Thank you, Danny. A community. We're talking about, are we capable of creating our own community? Do we have to be individed in individuals, or can we commune together? Can we pull it together? So, let's continue on. Time is not my friend, 1:34, and I covered all the movies. I'm sober, and now I read Moon, I read Whole. Let's go into Fear. Fear. Page 78. And today, 613. Numbers, how are they drawn? 6. The circle, and I'm trying to grow up. So I can move the circle from the bottom to the top and become a 9. And as a 9, Father Nature, thinking, using all of my mind and brain, understanding I am the one. Now I can father children. I can share knowledge and information and help other melanin dominant black individuals tap into their spirituality, tap into their divinity, tap into your infinity. I'm 56, August 17th, I'll be 56 and a half. You remember when you was, oh, I'm 17 and a half, I'm gonna be 18 soon. Okay, so I'm 56 and a half, I'll be 57 next year in February. What? 57? I have, what, maybe another 20, 30, 40, 50 years left practicing my Tai Chi, tapping into myself, being divine. Do I have time to raise a community? What did I say? I'm dealing with feeding time and space. How am I feeding? Am I feeding time and space with fear? Let's read fear. Trust the gods within. Accept. Receive, accept. ACCEPT. Accept given boons. Illusion is reality's border. Pierce. Fear. To go beyond. In your meditations, you will meet gods. These gods are nothing more than the holiest aspects of your own mind. Can you hear me? Am I whispering? Am I doing it too soft? Let's make that a little bit louder so y'all can hear what the copulation I'm saying. In your meditations, you will meet gods. These gods are nothing more than the holiest aspects of your own mind. They are not other beings. Your inner gods will grant gifts of knowledge and power. Accept what comes your way without doubt and without fear. You can trust your gods. They will never betray you, for you cannot betray yourself. Such trust dissolves fear and regret. You will find a resolution to your inner conflicts. The gods will direct you forward to the very border of reality itself. On the other side is vast profundity, the ultimate nature of existence. But the border can be crossed only if you have resolved all fear and regret. All fear comes from our sense of self. When we stand at the border of reality, we are afraid that we will lose our identities by plunging in. When we stand at the border of reality, we are afraid that we will lose our identities by plunging in. We are afraid of being destroyed. But we came from Tao in the first place. We are Tao. To return to Tao is not to be negated, but to become one with the entire universe. True, we will no longer be who we are now, but we will be one with Tao. In that state, there is no need for fear. Praise, energies, glorified, yell, scream, holler. This is the point. If you was in a Baptist church, you say, hallelujah, praise God. Then you get up, jump up and down and stop. Whoa! That's community, ain't it? No. There's nothing wrong with any of that. I mean, and I can do that all by myself. Tyler Perry's church scene. Oh my God, and Medea talking about walking on the water. I'm like, in Tao, why not? If you have that much belief in yourself, but I'll leave that alone. That's for another time. So the opposite page of fear. Alright, fear in spring. After reading Moon and Whole. So I'm creating the cube. I talked about reading Tao, positioning, time, totality, meditation, presence, umbilicus, nonconformity, imbalance, moon, whole, fear, and now let's go to spring. Page 79 in the Tao. This is therapeutic for me. I'm sharing, I'm giving my energy, my time, I'm feeding time and space. So 79, spring. Sun and moon divide the sky. Fragrance blooms on pear wood bones. Earth awakens with a sigh. Wanderers revels on the path alone. Wanderers, Revels, revels Is that me? I'm a wanderer reveling on the path alone? It is time of equinox, when day and night are briefly equal. This day signals the beginning of spring, the increase of light and the return of life to the frozen earth. Of course, this day only represents a moment in time. Spring has long been returning, and we know that summer will soon follow. The cycle of the seasons will continue in succession. There is no such thing as a true stopping in time, for it all is a continuum. Nature makes its own concordances as a mere outgrowth to its movement. It is we who see structure and give names to pattern. But who can begrudge temporary pleasures in a solitary traveler? Let us go out and enjoy the day, revel in the coming of spring, rejoice in the warming of the earth. For though the ground may be covered with frost, movement and growth are taking place all around us. Beauty barred fills our eyes and makes us drunk. As we wander the endless mountains and streams, filling our lungs with the breath of the forest, let us take comfort in being part of nature. For life has enough misery and misfortune. Philosophy reminds us enough of the transience of life. Give us the charm of the ephemeral, ephemeral, and let it silence all who would object. Philosophy reminds us enough of the transience of life. Give us the charm of the ephemeral and let it silence all who would object. Spring. I will go ahead and I get a little bit of time. 256. Arbitrary. Arbitrary. 256, meaning of life is arbitrary. Why ruin the universe with rigidity? Why do we make the choices we do? After all, we do not have unlimited freedom to do things. We find ourselves constrained by our gender, by our race, by our economic circumstances, our personalities that were shaped both by genetics and the random processes of life. Furthermore, we find that other people have their own ideas of what we should be doing, and they constrain us still further. A person born into one culture will have entirely different opinions than one born in another. They may both lead valuable lives, but they will most certainly differ in many respects. The meaning that they will find will come from different palates. We cannot say that one person's life is more valuable than another's. Of all the people who have lived, have any of them been truly better than another? We see it. We see in their lives only the exercise of preferences, not differences of inherent meaning. All life is arbitrary. It is not tied to God, family, or self, unless we define it as such. Nothing in life gives us meaning. Nothing in life gives us meaning in and of itself. It is we who assign meaning to objects and relationships. We all try to make the structure of our meaning pretty, but in the end, there's no escape from the feeling that it is all arbitrary. It might be better not to ruin the universe with our own patterns. 7 minutes left. 257. Some of these may be repeat, but in the continuity and the flow of the show, some may not have seen the other episodes. I hope that y'all get to peep out YouTube, Brother R.A., search for BROTHER space R.A. You'll see this mug and click that and you come to all the shows that I've uploaded to YouTube or that YouTube has kept up. And I'm working to get most of the shows from YouTube on brotherra.com also, because in this digital world of data, you can't trust these businesses and so on and so forth. But like I said, this is personal. Let's go into 257. Breakthrough. In late summer, heaven's breath is damply hot. It smothers the earth with dullness. Suddenly, thick clouds gather. A wave of polar air passes like a frigid rake. Acorns fall like bullets, and a new wind breaks through. When the air is hot and humid, there is a feeling of dullness and stagnation. Everyone is oppressed by lassitude. As the seasons begin changing, fresh air comes from the Arctic. Clouds that have been building up begin to dispense rain, and damp air is exchanged for fresh, cool breezes. At night, the heavens are changing so quickly that the lightning flashes from colliding clouds, and thunder heralds the revolving of the skies. The same is true of human life. If the heavens cannot endure stagnation for long, how can stagnation last with us? If we find ourselves blocked and frustrated in life, we must look for inevitable outlet. Nothing is permanent. So how can our obstacles last? We need to look for the first opportunity to set things moving again. On the other hand, sometimes stagnation comes from our own laziness or incompetency. In this case, it is we who must show initiative and stimulate a breakthrough. In the dull circumstances, as soon as we see a chance, we must act. Unless we engage ourselves and events fully, we cannot expect to act sufficiently. Do we have enough nutrients in our mind? You see why I can only read portions of the Tao? There was just so much in this show in gathering knowledge and information. Are you capable of comprehending all that I have shared? I got 15 seconds. Thank you for tuning in to Brother R.A., all that I've had to say. Please tune in again next week. And next week is the 20th. 6/20